So Alicia, before we get into the forecast, when we were kids, didn't it just seem like we had a lot more snow to deal with? Yes,
absolutely.
And there actually is just a little bit of that too, or maybe because we're just a lot smaller at the time when we did have snow. But here are snowfall trends over the last 6 decades. And when you notice, this is dating back to about 1959 to current, that we're losing about 2 to about 4 inches of snow per decade. Well, 2 to 4 inches of snow per decade doesn't sound that bad until you start adding it up. 4, 5, 6 decades. Yeah, we don't quite maybe see as much snow just because everything doesn't quite line up right. And maybe it's a little more difficult to get that cold air to last. Now, speaking of cold air, and I'm sure you have heard this already, the El Nino. Here comes the El Nino. This is going to be an El Nino winter, something that we haven't experienced in years. And all of that is true. But let's break down what an El Nino pattern basically is. And when you do break it down, you've got 2 jet streams. You got your polar jet, which is kind of retreating to the north a little bit. That should give us a little bit of a hint of what our temperatures are going to be like. And then we've got the very active Pacific jet. So for areas down along the Gulf where it has been dry, and as a matter of fact, extreme drought in some locations, they're going to be getting some relief from this Pacific jet as we start to see an increased amount of storms. Now, this Pacific jet also kind of gives us the opportunity for some more nor'easters to develop. That's a word that we haven't heard for a while too. Now, when you look at all of the El Ninos, when you compile all of the El Ninos since 1959, notice that we do see we're kind of on that fringe area. As a matter of fact, the NOAA outlook shows that wetter than average conditions. So here is our winter outlook, that when we first look at temperature, we do think it will be warmer than average overall. That doesn't mean we're not going to see any snow. We've actually had snowy winters with above average temperatures. I do believe it's going to be a little challenging to get that snow for Christmas. And of course, when we're all done with winter, Alicia and Dennis, that's probably when we're going to see the last, some of that last minute chill. Now, we do think there will be nor'easters. The question is, will we be able to get into some of those, or will they just hug along the coast? That's going to be the biggest challenge for us as forecasters. Right now, we're seeing near average snow, about 25 to 35 inches. Our average snow is around 30. So it should be an average snow season for us.
So interesting.